Hello everyone. In the present video, I'll try to cover gigabit Ethernet. The need for an even higher data rate. In the design of gigabit Ethernet, that is gigabit Ethernet protocol, that is around 1000 megabits per second. The IEEE committee calls it standard as 802.3Z. The goal of the gigabit Ethernet were to upgrade the data rate to 1 gigabit bits per second. The major goal of the design of gigabit Ethernets are as follows. That is, first goal is upgrade the data rate to 1 gigabits per second. Make it compatible with standard or fast Ethernet. Use the same 48-bit address space. Use the same frame format. There is no change in the frame format. Keep the same minimum and maximum frame length. There is no modification in the frame length with respect to minimum as well as maximum as factor to support auto negotiation as defined in fast Ethernet. So these are the major goals which are achieved during the invention of gigabit Ethernet design. So in the gigabit Ethernet, it consisting of two layers. One is the MAC sublayer, other one is a physical layer. So in the case of MAC sublayer, a main consideration in the evolution of Ethernet was to keep the MAC sublayer untouched. So we are not modifying the present MAC sublayer while designing gigabit Ethernet structure. So gigabit Ethernet has two distinguished approaches for medium access. So either it may be half duplex or full duplex. So one by one. So in the case of full duplex mode, there is a central switch connected to all the computers or other switches. So there will be a centrally controlled device which is nothing but a central switch to which all the computers or else all the other devices are connected. In this mode, each switch has buffers for each input port in which data are stored until they are transmitted. So that means the switch behaves as a storage device there. So it consisting of a small amount of buffer or storage capacity, and the switch receives the data and it will store the data for temporary amount of time. After that the data will be transmitted to the proper destination. That means the each switch has buffer for each input port, and it will store the data until they are transmitted. So there is no collision in this mode. The maximum length of the cable is determined by the signal attenuation in the cable. Obviously, depending upon the attenuation occurred within the cable, we can design as well as we can decide the maximum length of the cable size. So next comes half duplex mode. So in this case, a switch can be replaced by a hub. In the case of full duplex, we used a switch, but in the case of half duplex mode, we can replace switch by a hub, which act as a common cable in which a collision might occur. But in the case of full duplex, there is no question of collision, but here collision may occur. In the case of full duplex, we are not using CSMA concept, but in the case of half duplex approach, it uses CSMA bar CD, that is carrier sense multiple access collision detection. The maximum length of the network in this approach is totally dependent on the minimum frame size. So we can decide or can fix the maximum length of the network depending upon the frame size within the network. So there are three approaches have been defined. First is traditional carrier extension and frame bursting. So next comes a physical layer. The physical layer in gigabit Ethernet is more complicated than that in the standard or fast Ethernet. So because in the MAC sublayer, while designing, we are not at all considering the, or we are not at all modifying the MAC layer. But in the case of physical layer, in gigabit Ethernet, which is more complicated than that of the standard Ethernet, why we are using some set of topologies. Either the topology is point to point star topology, 2 star, that is double star, or hierarchy of stars, that is a combination of star topology. So depending upon the topology, we can say that it is more complicated than the fast or standard Ethernet. So next comes the implementation. So in the gigabit Ethernet can be implemented considering the categories as either a 2-wire or 4-wire implementation. So gigabit Ethernet implementation, so it's classified as 1000 base SX, that is 2-wire short wave fiber, 1000 base LX, 2-wire long wave fiber, 1000 base CX, that is 2-wire copper cable, 1000 base T, that is 4-wire UTP. So now we can observe that how the encoding and decoding takes place with respect to the Ethernet. So the figure shows the encoding and decoding scheme for the implementation. So gigabit bit Ethernet cannot use the Manchester encoding scheme because it involves in very high bandwidth. So that is, the bandwidth will be around 2G baud. The 2-wire implementation use an NRZ scheme, non-return to zero scheme, but NRZ does not self-synchronize properly. To synchronize the bits, particularly at this high data rate, so we can use 8B/10B block encoding scheme. This block encoding prevents long sequence of zeros or ones in the stream. So we can use 8B/10B block encoder, and after encoding we will get the output as 1.25 gigabits per second. So that will be fed into NRZ line encoder. So NRZ line encoder will transmit the output to the receiver. That means this one side is encoding, the other side is decoding. Similarly, at the receiver, it consisting of NRZ line decoder part, so it produces 1.25 gigabits per second as input output, and that will be fed into 8B/10B block decoder block, and finally you will get 8 into 125 megabits per second as data. So this occurs with respect to 1000 base SX, 1000 base LX, or in the case of 1000 base copper cable. So suppose if you are using 1000 base T, we can use 4D bar PAM5 encoder as well as 4D/PAM5 decoder block. So with respect to the different implementation method, we can adopt different encoder as well as decoder at the sender and receiver node. There is a slight modification in the NRZ scheme also. So we cannot adopt NRZ scheme always. Why? Because the NRZ does not self-synchronize properly. So that is a major drawback of NRZ. So that we can use NRZ scheme only for a base SX, LX and CX implementations. So that cannot be used for higher data rate like 1000 base T.